Hello friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. I'm here to work on this journal again. I can't wait to just do some more work on it, right? So let's see, we covered this yesterday. We did the front and it dried nicely and it looks good. Here's the back. So today we're going to cover this back piece. And I went through several different papers and I decided on this because it matches the blue in here so nice. And it also looks good with this lady's blue dress. Not that it's going to be on top of this, but I just wanted to be kind of coordinating and cohesive as you open the journal. Say this is here and you open the journal and you see pretty blue. And also I won't be afraid to cover this a little bit and make pockets because it's just an all over pattern. It's not something that I'm saying is like it has sewing machines on it or something really cool like that I wouldn't want to cover up, you know what I mean? Because I do that. I've done it before and there's nothing wrong with that. I just kind of wanted to, and I just really like these two pieces together. They just look really nice. And was that all my reasons? I think maybe if I think of another one, I'll let you know. But why don't we go ahead and cut this so we can get this done. And then I cut the back cover off of the pattern here. So we'll use this. I don't know if I'll use this in the back, but I will definitely use it inside, maybe as a page or a pocket, or we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing with that. I need to think about that. But let's go ahead and get started so we can get something done today. So let's cut this. I'm going to just, I like to, when I do this, where I kind of covering and wrapping, I'm going to say I wrapped the front. So, if you didn't see yesterday's video, covered this and wrapped the paper around the whole front. I just wanted to try that. I've never done it for a sewing journal before, so I wanted to try this on this book cover too. The covers were a little worn. I would have had to use book corners. If I didn't cover the corners, I would have had to use, which there's nothing wrong with that. I would do that. I just wanted to try this, just something I wanted to try. So when I do the inside little cover here, I'm just going to let a little bit of this part that we wrapped around show around all the edges, top, bottom, and sides. So let's do that. And let me just fold where I'm going to want it to be here. And make sure I have this side where I want it. And then I'll fold that. Make a little fold where I'm going to cut. So about right like this. Okay, about right there. All right, let's do that. And yeah, this is going to be a fun journal. I can't wait to see how it develops. I have lots of sewing books and sewing stuff, just like I do my cookbook stuff. You know what I mean? That's two subject matters that whenever I see something, I'll add it to my stash for making a journal out of that theme. But I haven't really bought a lot lately. If I have bought anything, I probably sold it in my shop because I have a couple of, let's see, I have 3 shelves in my closet here in my craft room. 2 of them are the cookbook stuff and one of them is the sewing books and stuff like that. So once those are full, I don't want to bring home any more because, I don't have anywhere to put it. So maybe I'll use a little bit up in this journal. Hope so. And I have a little stack actually overflow from those 3 shelves I'm describing. Actually, 1, 2, 3. I think at the 4th, the top of it actually has stuff on it too. Cooking and sewing stuff. So actually it's 4 shelves. And then I have a little overflow beside the shelf on the, like on the floor in my closet beside the shelf. So yeah, I got plenty of stuff. So, if I were to see something like I'm talking about mainly books, it would have to be like something really great because, I already have a lot of stuff. And then I have other stuff, of course, around my sewing room, like the scrapbook paper is kept in a different spot. and the buttons and the lace and all that kind of stuff, you know. And actually I have a drawer here in a little plastic kind of 3-drawer, I'm looking at it right now, 3-drawer organizer. I'm using Fabri-Tac on the back of this, by the way. And I have some patterns in there. That's where I started storing my patterns, and it kind of got a little bit full. So, but I have some sewing patterns in there. And then whenever I have, like, say I use some seam binding and I have that little wrapper that goes around that, and I'm not using it right then, I'll throw it in there so that I can dig through there when I do a sewing journal and bring out some of those fun bits for decorating pockets and journal cards and pages and things. So I got all kind of fun stuff in that drawer. So you can see what I'm talking about when I say I have a lot of sewing themed stuff. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. I like that bright blue in contrast to the outside. Is a little bit more, you know, kind of neutral, right? And you open up and you see this pretty blue, and then we'll be able to put some pockets down here. Not sure what the pockets are going to be yet. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm just going with the cover right now and concentrating on that. So I want to get this all over nice and glued down. Grabbing my little, what did I call this? No, I forgot what I called it. Flattener outer. How about, I think I call it something different every time. Flattener outer this time, I'm going to call it. I'm going to get the edges, and then I'm going to get the middle after I get the edges one more time. I almost wish I could see underneath this paper to see what the glue is doing, you know what I mean? Like, is it spreading out? What's it doing when I do that? Make sure all my edges are flat as I can. Like, I don't want to see any space in there. Okay. No spaces allowed. Okay, do I see a space here? I think I do. Yeah, I see a little bit of a space there. And this I'm going to use a little, since I can get this nozzle under here, I'm going to use a little bit of art glitter glue right in this corner. Because I don't want my glue to show here on the outside of this paper, because this is, you know, this is not going to be covered up. And there we go. That is nice and flat now. And I don't know if you can see it, but there is no space there now. Okay. All right. Now I think I'll use my, the cover. So once we covered this, I can't tell. I mean, I didn't really, it didn't matter to me which way was up and down on this, because this is all over pattern paper. So it doesn't matter which way I turn this book cover now that I have it covered. Like before, it had it up and down. Now it doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to leave it like this because of the color of these little pieces that are on here. They kind of fade in and out, and there's some darker ones here, a couple of lighter ones and darker ones. Then over here, there's more lighter ones over here. Okay, so I want the darker ones over here where we're going to open the book or the journal. So this is going to go on here, and see, I'm going to put this right in the middle, and I'm going to be making a spine and a back cover. So I'm going to be putting something around the spine. So I think I actually will move this over as far as I can, leaving a little bit of the paper showing. Well, so it didn't really matter which was dark and light, see? Yeah. But you have to think of, I'm just thinking it through here. If I put it over as far as I can, then I'll have a little room here to wrap something, whatever I decide to put here, around. You know, I want to try to leave as much of this butterick here as I can. And when I cut this off the back, I made sure I wanted to leave all these little numbers. Like, I could have cut it right up here, but I wanted to leave this sub-teens and all these little numbers. I wanted to leave this. I wanted to leave these numbers. So that's why I picked out this book cover, because this would fit on here. This total pattern would fit on here. So let's go. I thought I would just dress around the edges real quick of the pattern, just to kind of frame it and make it pop out of the, you know, kind of pop off the, you know, and give it a finished look. See, it'll just give it a finished look and more of like a frame before I put it, you know, before I put it on the paper. And once I get it on the paper, it'll look like a little, kind of like a little frame, have a little distressing. It just needed something around the edges. So I think, you know, so it doesn't look like I just glued a piece of paper down there. And I thought about putting something under this, but you really wouldn't see it. There's not enough room for anything to poke out here, really, you know. So I kind of like to make my, even though I will put pieces like crochet pieces or whatever, flowers and things on the front of my journals, I don't want to make them too, I guess I'll say bulky on the front, so that if somebody wants to put it on a shelf, you know, with their other journals or books, it doesn't, nothing on the front gets caught on anything else and kind of rips it off or anything. So I kind of think about all those things when I'm making a cover. Okay, so this is going to go down. I want it to be nice and flat. I don't want anything to take a chance of any glue being lumpy under here, because this is a thinner paper than cardstock, you know. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue on the back of this. So let's do it. Now I might add some other pieces to this too, like I said, like maybe some crochet pieces or even a flower of some kind in a colored flower, like my new, what did I get? Those flowers I got. Can't think of what they're called right now, but those flowers, those crafty flowers I got. And then also I could add some applique flowers, you know, neutral colors, or so I'll play that by ear. I can add some buttons, you know, just any number of things that I could add on the front of this still. But right now I'm just getting this down, the paper down. Okay, so I got it all over the edges. Let me put a little bit more right here. I think I got, I'll just put some on the corners, extra on the corners here. Make sure those are down. Okay, let's do this before this art glitter glue dries, because it dries so fast. you cannot dilly-dally when you're using that, right? Okay, there we go. There we go. Make sure everything the way I want it. All right, looks good. Okay, let's press it down. So I've got 2 layers here on my front right now of this book cover. So that is nice, you know. It makes it a nice new kind of book cover. You know, if you saw the first video, you saw what I started with. It was a very old book cover, but it's nice and flat and sturdy. So that made for a nice sturdy book cover or journal cover. Okay. That looks good. Well, that didn't take long, did it? We can start working on the back cover now. So everything still looks good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do the pockets right now because I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't know if I want to use paper or some lace or fabric or one of my clear pockets. I just don't know yet. I'm going to have to experiment with that. And I'm going to look around in my fabrics and see if I want to put, you know, I think some nice colored fabric would look pretty here. If I had something blue, that would really be pretty. So, and then I'll get my spine materials out and we'll make a spine. But let's look at the back cover. Here's the back cover. We haven't done anything with this yet. This is how it started out. And got a nice flat. See, this was like this. Somebody wrote in it. It was attached to the front cover like this. This writing was upside down and this was upright. So somebody like wrote in it upside down. It was kind of weird, but okay, so we need some back cover. All right, so this is what it looks like right now. So I have a couple of options here. We're going to put the blue. We have plenty of that for the inside of the back cover, but the back cover is a mystery. So I could do that. Would put some paper and then do that, but I don't know. I think that's kind of, I don't know. I'm not getting that vibe for this journal. I'm getting that we need some pretty paper back here. I don't know. So, because I have on the other sewing pattern journals that I've done, I always put this on the back. So this will be something different I hadn't done before. So I have this. This is rulers. Let's see which way is up. Like rulers or kind of like measuring tape looking. This one is greenish, and so I want to see. See, I'm not getting a good vibe from this color though. So this could be a page. It's single-sided, so that would be good to use though. So let me make sure. I mean, it's okay. I don't know. This could work. This could work. Let me just see if there's anything else here. I've got several. See, I have a real colorful one here. This is double-sided paper though, and the other one was single-sided. I just showed you, and this is like super colorful. So I think this is too colorful just for this journal. As far as and then you turn over and it's like boom, bright colors. Even though it's really pretty, and the inside would be this blue. It kind of, I don't know. It just seems like it's too colorful for the back cover. Okay, so let me see. And then we could just go with the overall pattern. Like, we don't have to go with rulers. We could just go with an overall color that we like, with an overall piece of paper with an overall pattern. So I have so much paper pulled out here. The one I used on the front, I don't have enough of it left to wrap around. So that's why I'm not using that, or else I would use that. And I don't have another piece of that. So I already knew I'd have to figure out something. So I have several paper packs pulled out. This is called Beautiful Life, and this is where I got the one I used on the front. Yeah, this is double-sided. So let's see what I might want to use on the back. I just want a pretty piece of paper. I've got the like golden yellows here and the blues so far. So let's see. I've got green there. Oh, here, now this would be pretty. But this is double-sided. Let me look at my, because I almost want to look at my single-sided before I pick out a double-sided, because I want to, I'd rather use double-sided. I mean, single-sided, so I don't waste my double-sided if possible. And I will use my double-sided if I don't find a single-sided one. You know what I mean? So this one is a paper pad that's kind of springy and Eastery. And so I think that's where I got the blue one. This one here. I got this blue one out of here. So let's see what we have. So yeah, this would be pretty. Like, we could put any color on the back. It doesn't matter. But like I said, maybe I want to put a blue, either lace, some kind of lace, or the crochet type wrap over the spine, or something blue I think would be really pretty. Or even if I find something orangey like this color here. So I got to keep those colors in mind when I'm picking out a back color. So like this green would look pretty with both those colors. Let's see. See, I'm not gonna show you every page. I mean, I am gonna flip through here to look for a color, but I'm not gonna dwell on it. So let's keep this next to us so we can see what colors we're dealing with. This would be pretty on the back. This would be pretty on the back. Let me see. Let me look at the front though. Oh, that would be pretty. You never know what you're going to pick out, right? Usually I end up pulling out several pieces of paper and then deciding, narrowing it down to one. I don't think I want the stripes. This is a little bit more subtle, even though it's got a lot of different colors and things on it. It's a little bit more subtle. So I think this would look good. That's very neutral, very neutral. I think that's a little bit too much color like the other one with the measuring tapes. This one is, oh, that's just kind of like the one on the front, but it's a little brighter yellow. It's got a little bunny over here. I don't know if you can see that. See a little bunny right here in the corner. So I'm really liking this one so far. We've got purple, very flowery. There's another green. Let's see, what was that green in the back that I liked? Because I liked that green one too. That reminds me of like wallpaper. And we've got this one, and we've got this one. That's a little bit brighter green. That one, polka dots, Easter eggs, cut aparts, and a pink. Okay, so I'm going to pull out two. I'm going to pull out this one and this green one. And then I'm going to try to decide between those two because I really like both of these. But they're very different, aren't they? They're both totally different, but you see what I mean? I have to just kind of pick out, pull out what I like, and go from there. Okay, now let's see if we could just let's see if we can make a decision. Okay, so we'll have the cover. We'll have the cover, and we'll open the book. We're gonna have this here, blue here, blue here. Where'd my blue go? There's my blue. We'll have blue here, blue here. And we'll turn over, and we'll have green or this color. This color, this one just goes so perfect with the blue. And then it has the other color, that yellow from the front. I just think I'm going to have to use this one. I like this one a lot. And then just the colors. It just has, it's just pretty, you know what I mean? I think it just will go better. Okay. All right. Even though I love this one, I'm trying to use this one, but I think this one goes better. You just have to go with what looks best, right? Okay. So again, we're going to wrap this around. And I've kind of used up all my time though, just figuring that out. So let's just see if we can cut this real quick. Let me put my lid on the lid's on my glue real quick. Sorry guys, I don't want it to dry out. I have about between 6 and 8 minutes left. Okay, so let's see if we can do it. What we can do in about 6 minutes here. I don't like to go right up to the last second of my video because if I have done something wrong here in my time, then it will, you know, cut me off. So, again, the same as the front cover where we leave an inch around the paper. Move this over. So I just, let's see, I just did this. I'm right-handed, so I need to, I need to look at this in a certain way. Okay. So about right here, make sure this is straight. And I'm going to fold about an inch over. About right there, I think. Yeah, that's about an inch. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm going to cut there. Alright, is it on the line? Yes. Alrighty. Maybe we'll make pockets out of those pieces we couldn't, you know. That would be good coordinating pockets, wouldn't it? I could put this one on the inside of the front and the other one on the inside of the back. Possibly. We'll see. That's an idea. Okay, so we're cutting off the bottom now. So inch all the way around. So about right here. About right there. Yeah, that blue is about kind of like really close to the blue in the lady's dress on the front too, the blue in here. So that's a good reason to use this paper. All right, let's see if I have that straight. I hope so. All right. It doesn't matter which way I put it. All of this one's going to show, so I'll do it like that. Alrighty. And again, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on the cover. I think we have time for that. I'm going to put some glue on the cover. Fabri-Tac again. I'm glad to use one of my book covers though. They keep stacking up and I, you know, need to use them. As I was looking for this one, I have some really beautiful ones from some beautiful old books. And I kind of would like to do one of those soon. And I kind of want to do one now, but I also wanted to do the sewing journal now. So, because I hadn't done a sewing journal in a while. I think I've only done like one per year in the last couple of years. Like I just have so many, you know how if you make journals, there's so many journals you want to make. You just can't, you don't have time to do them all, right? I mean, I don't. So you just do what you can. All right, let me turn this over. Let me do it like this so I can get it right in the middle. Try not to get glue all over my fingers. Okay, right in the middle with 1 inch all the way around, approximately. Okay, about right there. Let's turn it back over now, and these are, oh, that's what I called it, a smoother outer. Flattener outer, smoother outer, scraper. It's all purpose, right? All purposes. Alrighty. And so if you didn't see the first little video that I did on this where we worked on the front cover, I will link that below because I'm doing the same thing here. I'm going to cover this, cover the inside and the outside just like I did on that one, and then I'll get started on the spine. So just take a peek at that if you want to see how I'm going to finish this, because I'll probably just finish this off video since I'm doing the same thing. And I will see you in my next video where we're going to work on, I don't know, I might finish the spine before I come back, or we'll see. I'll see what I can do on video. So thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time. Everybody have a great day and happy crafting.